Hamlet had brought the actors to the room where they were to perform so they could get their bearings and prepare for the performance. He took the leader aside and gave him the speech he had written. Speak the speech as I have suggested, trippingly, on the tongue, he told him, but if you thought, as so many of you actors do, I might just as well have the tongue crisp my lines. And do not so do I too much with your hand like this. He did an imitation of an actor gesturing extravagantly, but do it all gently, because even in the very torrent tempest and, as I may say, the whirlwind of passion, you must cultivate a temperament that will give it smoothness. Oh, it offends me to the soul to hear a ruddy, periwig-headed fellow tear a passion to tatters. To very rags to split the ears of those nearest the stage, the groundlings who, for the most part, are capable of appreciating nothing but inexplicable dumb show and noise. I would like to have such a fellow whipped for overdoing trim again. It's more evil than Herod. I beg of you, offered it. I promise, the actor said. Don't be too meek either, but let your own discretion be your guide. Suit the action to the word, and the word to the action, and this especially. Don't outdo the modesty of matter, because anything overdone negates the purpose of acting, which has always been to hold a mirror up to nature, as it were, to show the virtuous their own character, to scorn the scornful, and to reveal to everyone the age and time he lives in. Now, if any of this is overdone or underdone, although it may amuse the ignorance, it can help making the judicious wins. I'm sure you'll agree that their verdict is worth more than a world history full of the others of the actors if seen acting and had others praising them too and heckly, and I'm trying not to be too profane, having neither the actions nor the movements of Christians, pagans, nor any kind of men have strutted and bellowed so unrealistically that I had thought mankind was made by nature's apprentice, and not well either those actors had imitated them so badly. I hope you control all acting good well, said the player. Oh, control it completely, said Hamlet, and tell those who are playing your clowns not to improvise, because some things they love to get the simpletons in the audience logging to, while some important thing in the plot is occurring and everyone is distracted from it. It's unforgivable and such pitiable judgment in the fall that's going to go and get ready. The actors filed off out just as Polonius arrived with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. "Welcome, my lord," exclaimed Hamlet, "but I get that one is the king coming to see this play." Polonius bowed, and the queen too, and they are on their way. "Go and get the players back," said Hamlet. He showed Rosencrantz and Guildenstern away. "Go and help him," he said. He still couldn't have a moment to himself, because no sooner had they gone when he heard someone else. "Was that?" he said, peering through the darkness beyond the candlelight. "Horatio, it's I, sweet lord, and your service. Horatio, you're the only man in the world I can talk to." Horatio waved the comment away. "Oh, my dear lord," he began. "No, don't think I'm being flattering. Oh, what could I possibly want from you, as you've got no money? Only your cheerful nature to feed and clothe you. How can the poor be flattered? No. Flattered? No, leave it the can yet to like absurd pomposity and crop the willing joints of the knee to again something be founding. No, listen to me, a first and I first come to awareness and begin to be able to judge one man's merit against another's. I have singled you out as my friend. That's because you're a man who can take it. A man who achieves good and bad luck equally, and those who are so well balanced are blessed because they are not like a recorder that hits on every note according to the stops that fortune chose to press. Give me a man who is not at the mercy of this passion, and I will take him to my heart, yes, right to the heart of my heart, as I do you. Horatio bowed his head in acknowledgement of the prince's declaration of friendship. There was nothing to say. Hamlet looked, enough of this, he said. He invited Horatio to sit down. There's a play to neck, and the king's going to be here. One of these kind comes close to the circumstances I told you about of my father's death. Please, when you see that scan coming, concentrate, watch my uncle. If his goodly secret is not released by one of the speeches, then is an evil ghost we've seen, and my suppression of him is as vile as Vulcan's anvil. Don't take your eyes off him. Mine will be refitted, and afterwards will compare notes about his action. Well, my lord, said Horatio, if he tells anything, will the play is on, and I miss it. He'll play compensation. Hamlet acknowledged his friend's remark with a smile. The temperatures were taking their place at the door. They're coming. I must assume my previous manner. There were two chairs set out for the royal couple and cushion for the others. Choose a place, said Hamlet. The musician announced the king and queen's arrival with a royal flourish, and they come in, followed by Polonius, Ophelia, Rosencrantz, and Guildenstern. Claudius came straight to Hamlet smiling. And how is our royal cousin Hamlet faring? He said. Excellently indeed, said Hamlet. He opened his mouth, pretending to swallow mouthfuls of air, like a chameleon. I ate the air which is full of promised food. You can feed capons of well as that. I can make nothing of this reply, said Claudius. I have not count your words. They are not mine. Not mine now, said Hamlet. He turned away abruptly and smiled at Polonius. My lord, you acted at the university once, you said. That did I, my lord, and was considered a good actor. What part did you play? I played Julius Caesar. I was killed in the Capitol. Brutus killed me. It was Brutus of him to kill so Capital calf there. He turned to Roscran. Are the players ready? Yes, my lord, they're ready waiting for you. Gertrude stood beside his chair. Come here, dear Hamlet, she said. She indicated the cushion beside the chair. Sit by me. Hamlet glanced towards the chairs and cushions. He saw that Ophelia had selected a cushion and was lugging on it. He went towards his mother, then grinned and sat on the floor in front of Ophelia. No, good mothers. Here's more attractive, mentally he said. Polonius and Claudius had been watching Hamlet every movement. Oh ho! Exclaimed Polonius under his breath. Did you see that? Claudius nodded, then went to his chair. The others took their places on the cushions. Hamlet looked up at Ophelia and smiled angrily. Lady, do you want me to lie in your lap? No, my lord, she said. I mean my head in your lap. I know, my lord. The thing I mean consummators. I did not think anything, my lord. It's a lovely talk to live between a young woman's legs. What is, my lord? Nothing. He lay flat on his back. You're in a good mood, my lord, he said. Whoa, I. He raised himself again to look at her. Yes, my lord. Oh, goody. Yes, I'm the ultimate comedian. What? What else can I mean? Do but be in a good mood, because look, see what a good mood my mother's in, and my father's dead within the last 2 hours. No, she said, it's 4 months, my lord, so long. Now let the devil will back then, and I'll get the suit of the David Pitts. Oh heavens, the 2 months ago and not forgotten yet. The shrill sound of hot bus interrupted them. The play was about to begin to act solemnly. The queen searched up and kissed him, then spoke. And so many more journeys may the sun and moon make before all of is pain. But woe is me, you have been unwell lately, so farewell from your witty and happy normal self that I have missed things. Talk I am distressed, please don't allow it to upset you. In a woman, fear and love are inseparable. Either they are not existent or excessive. What my love is, you have seen. My first are as great as my love. When there is a great love, little doves lead to fears. Where little fears flourish, great grows too. The king embraced her, but I must leave you, love, and shortly too. My vital abilities are not what they were. You shall remain in this far world alone, but honored and cherished by your subjects. With luck, you will meet a man suitable to be your husband. The king was horrified by his speech. No, don't say another word. A love like that won't be stationed in my breast. Let a second husband be yours to me. Only woman who have killed the first marry this second. Hamlet drew his breath in sharply and loud enough for everyone to hear that. If she should break that now, the king lay down, the queen sat beside him and placed his head in her lap. That's solemnly sworn, sweet, leave me for a while. I'm sleepy and it like to drift off. The king fell asleep and she removed herself gently. Save rock your brain and my misfortune never part us. The queen left the king sleeping. Hamlet smiled round at his mother. How do you like this play, madam? He said. I think the lady protests too much, she said. Oh, but say Alcap, he wrote, said Hamlet. Have you seen this play before? Said Claudius. Are you sure it's not offensive? Oh no, said Hamlet. It's all fiction, a fictional positioning. Positioning, no offense in the world. What it's called? Said Claudius. If you talk violence hand the poison ready the right time, or no one watching or a mixture of poison knows what collected. His positioning him collected. His name's Gonzago. The story is translated. It's written in the best Italian. You will see now how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife. Look, said Ophelia, the king's getting up. What frightened by affection? Said Hamlet. Claudius was staggering forward, looking desperately ill. What's the matter, my lord? Said Gertrude. Stop the play, cried Polonius. The actor stood up. The looked confused Claudius was breathing in fast pants. Give me some light, go. He saw that attendants were running for more candles. Claudius made for the door, and they all left, hurrying, leaving Hamlet and Horatio. So let the wonder there go and weep, said Hamlet, and let the uninjured head play, because some must wait while others sleep. That's the way of the world. Well, not that spears together with Ariet's costume and two rosettes on my shoes get me a job as an actor if everything is fine. Yes, what about him? In his apartment, seriously unwell, drunk here. No, my lord, and you rather. You would be wisher to tell his doctor because if I were to treat him, it would purpose plunge if him into a far greater angel. May God Lord, said Guildenstern. My attention on don't change the subject all the time. Hamlet nodded. I am listening, sir, he said tall. The queen, your mother, is very upset and has sent me to you. Hamlet bowed elaborately. You're welcome, he said. Guildenstern's face showed his frustration. No, my lord, he said. This more courtesy is inappropriate. If you would like to give me a proper answer, I will be able to deliver your mother's message. If not, your dismissal of me and my return will end my business. Sure, I can. I can what, my lord? Give you a proper answer. Did not you know my brain's decision? But sure, whatever answer I can give, I will give you all. Rather, as you have said, my mother. So, no more of this, but to the point, my mother, you say. Then this is what she says. Your behavior has amazed and astonished here. Oh, wonderful son, that can Antonius a mother like this. But is not there something else that some followers? This mother's amazement tell me she wants to talk to you in her room before you go to bed. We will obey even if she were 10 times our mother. Do you have any more business with us? Goldenstern turned, but Rosecrans lingered. My lord, he said, you love me, Ange? Hamlet wiggled his fingers in front of Rosencrantz' face. I still do. By the speakers and sailors, he said. My dear Lord, said Rosencrantz, why are you so unhappy? You're only closing the door to help if you don't tell your friend. Sure, it's because I lack promotion. How can that be when you have the support of the king himself for your section in Denmark? Yes, but sure, well, the grass grows, the silly horses thirst. The proverb is somewhat moldy. Some actors come in with recorders. Oh, the recorder, said Hamlet. Let me see one. He took one from a musician. He pointed it at Golden Turn. Step aside with me. Please believe me, I can. I implore you. I have not got a clue, my lord. It's as easy as laying, said Hamlet. He raised the recorder and demonstrated. You control this house with your fingers and thumb. You breathe into it with your mouth, and it will produce the most eloquent music. Guildenstern shook his head and stepped back. Come on, said Hamlet. Look, here are the stuff, but I'm completely unmusical, said Guildenstern. Well, consider this. You're insulting me. You're trying to play me like a recorder. You think you're familiar with my stops. You want to draw out my secrets. You want to bring out my music from my lowest note to the top of my range. He shocks the recorder in gold and stern face. There's plenty of music in this little instrument, and yet you can make it sing. Good. The you think that I can be played more easily than a recorder. Call me whatever instrument you like. You can place your fingers on my fret, but you can play me. His expression changed from one of anger to a foolish smile. Polonius was walking towards them. God bless you, sir, he said. Polonius bowed. I will the hair. Son is in as you to say. Polonius started away, and Hamlet said, leave me, friends, he said. He began pitching. It was almost midnight, the time when grace opened it and hell itself breathed its contagion into the world. At this moment, the hell felt that he called. I don't like it. Claudius told Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and it's not safe to let his madness rage. So prepare yourself as I will give you your commission immediately, and he'll go to England with you. We can allow his growing lunacies to threaten Denmark. We'll get ready, said Guildenstern. It's a holy and religious duty to safeguard the many subjects who depend on your majesty. It's one thing to keep your own men from an injury with all the strength and armor you have, said Rosencrantz, but quite another and more important to preserve the one on whom the well-being of the many depend. When a king does not the alone, but like a fort who puts waiters near him in. He is a great wheel on top of the summit of the highest mountain. And then thousand lesser things are attached to its hexbox. When it falls, every small attachment, every tiny matter is run to. The king never seeks without a general groan. Prepare for a speedy departure, said Claudius, because we want to control this danger. That's getting out of hand. Will hurry, said Guildenstern. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern bowed and left to prepare for the journey. Claudius went to his private chapel and stopped in the doorway as Polonius came toward him, gesturing for him to wait. My lord, said Polonius, he's going to his mother's room. I'll hide behind the curtain so that I can listen to the conversation. I guarantee she won't spare him. And as you said, and wisely too, it's important that someone other than a mother should hear this vital evidence, since nature makes a bond between mothers and son. Farewell then, my liege. I'll see you before you go to bed and tell you what I have found out. Thank you, my lord, said Claudius. He entered the chapel and stood gazing at the centuries of place of worship where his ancestors had prayed and married. Where their coffins had lain instead, this was the time to pray if there ever was one. His offense was rank. Yet smart to heaven, it had the most prima ancient church on it. A brother's murder he tried to kneel, but could not. How could not? Couldn't pray, even though his net was as powerful as could be. His goal outweighed his strong desire. He did Now where to begin is there were two main consideration. His crime against human being and his sin against hot. Be pardoned for a sin and still keep the benefits of it. In the corrupt ways of the world, one cults of justice is shed, and the power and wealth one achieved by one's crimes could be used to breed the disappearance of law, but that was not the case in heaven. There's no crooked dealing there. Our action through nature is led before God, and we ourselves are forced to give full and true evidence. What shall he do then? What could he do? Only try what repentance it couldn't do any harm. But it wouldn't help if one simply couldn't repent. Oh wretched condition, oh heart as black as death, oh soul trapped in sticky lime, that struggling to free itself, was become even more entangled. Help angels, make him do it, make his stubborn knaves boo, and make this tail string of this head as soft as the synapse of a newborn baby. It may work. He knelt slowly in front of the altar, bowed his head, and clasped his hands together. As Hamlet passed the chapel on his way to his mother's room, he saw the light in the chapel. He paused and stood silently at the door. He saw the still form of his uncle kneeling before the altar. He drew his rod and tiptoed into the chapel in thought and the back. At the back, he called to it like no, initially while he was praying at the wall. A villain kills his father, and for that his son sends that villain to heaven. Oh, that would be a service he was giving that villain. Not revenge, he killed his father most grossly, full of unresolved sins himself with all his crimes in blossom like the flowers of May. And no one knew how his father's audience stood in heaven as for he now is so seriously, so would he be revenged if he took his uncle while he was purging his soul. When he was fit and ready for his death, no, he put his sword back. He would find a more suitable occasion when he was strong, or asleep, or in arrest, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, or gambling, swearing, or some other act that had no taste of salvation in it. Then he would trip him so that his heels would kick out at heaven. His soul would then be damned as black as the hell it was the minutes, for his mother was waiting, but this delay would only prolong his uncle's last sickly days. He turned and went out quickly. To this rose he had not been able to pray. His throat had been flying up to heaven, but his thoughts had been dwelling on those worldly things that he couldn't get out of his mind. Man, all what without thoughts never went to heaven.